The sound of the final buzzer means it's hangover time. So grab a drink and join your host, Alphonse Sidney, for a Miami Heat Beat post-game show.
Roll the film, Brass. All right, so I'm going to break this down right here. UD is telling Jimmy he's about to beat his ass. Jimmy's trying to walk away. He's asking, why is everyone upset at me? Douglas like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Everyone just chill out. Gee willikers. You guys are so freaking angry. Dedman like, slow down, young buck. Then Spo comes over. Hey, what the fuck, man? Jimmy's like, why is everyone so upset at me? We're only down by 19 points against the Warriors without Draymond, Clay, and Steph. You just suck right now. And then Keith is like, listen, I've been in one of these before. Don't get your neck snapped, Spo. Don't get your neck snapped.
Terrible.
And this was the liveliest the Miami Heat were the entire game. Oh, Spo wants more.
What is Duncan doing with his hand? What was that? It was like when he's crossing the street.
Run that back, bro.
Yeah, here.
Look at the clipboard. Look at the clip. Watch Spo. Watch Spo at the top.
Excellent clipboard work by Spo here.
Look at this.
The only play he drew up all night.
Yeah!
Bang! Wait, run that back a little bit, Brass.
Look at PJ picking it up like the good son.
Right, here we go. Spo comes in with a clipboard. Gagaga.
Wait, is that the Gagaga of the game, Alf?
Yeah, that's the Gagaga of the game. Here we go. I like Spo with the wind up here. It's a windmill. Wind up. Gagaga. I'm sorry, more of a tomahawk.
UD still talking.
Dedman got the full on.
Dedman stepping on the papers.
Patrick Ewing back brace. Ain't shit on that paper, G. Tell you right now, ain't that clipboard ain't worth a damn tonight. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we do have some other footage. Wait, I want to credit the person who.
This one.
Is Ted Budd? I think that was who posted that. Listen to this.
Spo said, you want me to fight you. UD said, we not your fucking enemy.
He said, what do you want me to fucking do? Fight you? And then
actually I would. As a matter of fact,
enemy.
Eric Spoelstra, I would like to see that.
But go ahead, bring me back out. Or bring me back in, Brass, whatever it's called.
Ooh.
I'm not
Where
panicking.
You at? Right.
I'm here. I'm in LA right now.
Where is here?
So we gonna keep this shit. We gonna keep this shit real short and simple. I am not fucking panicking, but I will tell you what, that is the most fucking embarrassing loss of the season. That shit was so goddamn weak. And you know what's fucking sad? The best thing to happen to those guys all night was getting to a fucking fight because they proceeded to fucking outscore the Warriors by 18 to end that fucking quarter to get between one. And then what do? You fucking fold again. And you had to play the starting lineup the entire third quarter to erase that lead. And in the fourth, once again, you fucking fold. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this team. Don't say they didn't have Tyler. Okay, you've won games without Tyler. The other team didn't have Draymond, Clay, and Steph. And they embarrassed the fuck out of you. Like, I'm talking about can't get fucking rebounds. Offensive rebounds to the other team every fucking day. All of a sudden, Looney's out there looking like prime fucking Mutombo. Like, and I don't want to hear shit about schemes. I don't want to hear shit about this, about that. It is 1,000% effort. Because once they fucking locked in for the rest of that third quarter, they ran the Warriors off the floor. And then they relaxed again. I don't know who the fuck this team thinks they are, but they are not who the fuck they think they are. They are not.
They haven't been this whole season.
But my thing is, they've been playing like a team with something to prove until the last couple weeks, and now all of a sudden they're out here like their shit don't stink. Who the fuck do you think you are? You don't have a single superstar on your team.
Wow.
You are not that fucking team that can waltz in there and just come out with a fucking win.
Wow.
Like they need to play hard every fucking night. And you know what's funny? When they had a bunch of guys who are on two-way contracts, unfucking drafted guys, they were playing their asses off. Now you got the whole squad, and these motherfuckers just sleepwalking through 2.5 quarters. No. Who the fuck do you think you are? Bring me out, Brass. Wow. I'm Alphonse Sidney, blah, 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 blah. Hangover Time, blah, 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 blah. Live on Twitch, blah, blah, blah. Watch the replay, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Brass, who kicked our ass tonight? No drinking. Nobody's allowed to drink.
Shit.
They kicked our ass.
UD should have kicked everybody's ass. Bond, who kicked our ass tonight?
I don't have anything new. It's the same shit that always kicks our ass. Like this team has been over, like the whole, the effort, the intensity, all that shit. Y'all don't understand how much that takes to like be able to sustain that, and it doesn't get easier as the season goes on. And so it's a bad mix of that happening and integration and just really bad timing. But like this shit that's been kicking our ass all season, it's kind of still there. So I don't feel anything too new, too moved.
Tiff, who kicked our ass?
Everybody. I don't even know. Like, did the Warriors play well? Did we play bad? I don't know what the fuck I just saw. Like, I don't know. Take me out. I don't give a fuck. Take me out. Take me out.
Brass, who kicked our ass?
Man.
I mean, we're kicking our own ass. I mean, I got no specifics, but these last two games, there's just no excuse for this. There's no excuse for this. And I don't even, and it's like, there's a whole lot of people out there saying, oh, it's like, I told you this team was trash and everything. It's like, whoa, oh, okay. Stop. I'm like, pump the fucking brakes there. This team is obviously not trash. Okay. They're a 1 seed for a reason, but the way they have been fucking phoning it in it's awful. They're tanking at a horrible time. Now there's just enough time to kind of right the ship before the playoffs start. So that's good. And I think sometimes, it's darkest before dawn, and this shit was fucking, it has not been darker than this all season. Particularly with that bench blow up, that kind of stuff can often turn into a good thing. It needs a shake up, a real fucking reality check, because this is horseshit. I'm not even drinking tonight. I'm drinking fucking water. You know what it takes for me to fucking drink water after this shit? Like, I didn't even want... They put in no fucking effort. You think I'm going to go fucking spend 5 minutes making a fucking cocktail? Fuck you.
Reverse alcoholism over here.
Man.
This team is making me not drink. Go ahead, G.
Jordan Poole kicked our ass. Fuck that guy. God damn, that guy hit everything. Jesus fucking Christ, Jordan Poole. Who the fuck has this been? I got something to say, though. I have a big notebook here. Gotta open some shit up.
It better not be numbers.
No,
we about to take you out.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff. Hold on. Oh, right here. It says the Heat are the fucking 1 seed. Have you guys lost your goddamn mind? Why is everybody fucking doing this? We're the 1 seed. It's 2 games in March. No one gives a shit. They're not trying. Who cares? Dwayne Wade and Eric Spoelstra got into a screaming match where I'm pretty sure Dwayne told Spoelstra he was going to get him fired. And you know what they did that year? They won the goddamn title. I don't give a fuck what they do. I don't give a fuck about a home game in March. I don't care. They know they're good. They went into Phoenix with Kyle Lowry and a bunch of white guys, and they fucking kicked their ass. I'm not scared. I'm not worried. I don't care. This is funny. PJ Tucker was picking up papers off the floor. This is funny. I don't care. I don't give one single fucking iota. You see Minnesota Timberwolves fans happy? You guys want to be sad and make Minnesota fans happy? happy? Is that what you want? Because I don't care. Because you know what? They're going to get their ass in gear because that's what this team always fucking does. They're not the Dolphins that celebrate a fucking offseason. That's not who they are. They're a good fucking team. We know they're a good team. It's fucking March. They played a lot of fucking basketball, and it's molasses. It's malaise. I'm not worried. They're still first place. They're still first by multiple games. And guess who they have the tiebreaker over? Philadelphia and Milwaukee. Take me out, Brass. God damn, have some fucking guts. Jesus Christ. Because they're going to play Brooklyn on Saturday with KD and Kyrie Irving, and they're going to fucking clobber them because they're better than them and they're better than everybody else. Jesus Christ, guys. Come on, have some energy.
It's cute.
That was cute. Yeah, that was cute.
That's good.
That was cute.
Somebody
That was
has
cute.
to have us. You know, we're a team.
Oh,
There it is.
that's
Oh,
the exact
damn.
face he was
Oh
making.
damn! Why Jimmy look like he left his lunch bag at school?
Yeah. And that's like the second time his mother told him not to already. Yeah, he looks sad.
That clip is so funny because, like, there's 50 things. Spo in the clipboard. It's Kyle saying, I don't want no part of this, and then walking in between everyone, and then later just doing the timeout in front of Eric and Jimmy. It's just funny. And then it's Duncan being like not wanting to upset anybody. Duncan's like, I don't really know what my place is here. Like, should I say something? Should
Packing.
I not? Yeah, he's just PJ taking the last sip of Gatorade,
over it.
then taking a deep sigh to get up and break up a fight. And then it's just fucking funny. I mean, I don't know. Alf, you remember when Mario Chalmers and LeBron got into it, and LeBron literally had to be restrained?
I thought the fight was fucking funny.
It was funny, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people who's like, oh my God, the team is falling apart. Every fucking
strap in because nationally.
Oh, they're not falling apart because of the fight.
No.
That's got nothing to do with
nationally.
with
They're
them
gonna
looking shitty.
they're gonna run the fuck out of that. So
All
so
teams
strap in.
fight. That's got nothing to
I
do
don't
with
care
them
about
looking
that
shitty.
fight.
Like, I don't care about stuff like that. Like, I think it's annoying. Like, I don't care. Like, to me, I don't care about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the fight has nothing to do with why they got their ass smacked tonight. So you
That was the
can't.
only thing that stopped it from being a 30-point
Yeah.
blowout. To be honest
Exactly.
with you.
Like, but the problem is, if that's what's got to spur you on night in and night out, go home. No reason to show up. If you got to fight like that to get some energy, then go home.
I think the only saving grace is maybe what Brad said, in that there is still kind of just enough kind of time. But the issue with that logic is that kind of using that time, you also are then kind of telling yourself that I have this time, but I also have like a real favorable kind of first round matchup that I can even still use to get into more gear. And we don't know that that's the case.
Well, you don't know what's coming in the first round.
Right.
So
the talent thing, like this has been, I've been saying this all season, and it's fine. It is the way that Miami plays, and they've been doing it well, but it does take a lot. And at some point, you have to stop. Like, oh, this is the number, whatever, defensive work. All of these things that I feel like do matter, but I don't know. I don't know if the right stock is being taken all the time. And it's not this game. The last game isn't the make or break of whatever the rest of the season is going to look like, but it's telling, I think.
Leo in the chat saying this has never happened between he's never seen something like this happen, like what happened with Jimmy and Spo on TV, maybe in the locker room. Listen, this shit happened with Dwayne Wade and Spo on the sideline. Like, it's happened
Dwayne
before.
LeBron. Do you remember that one too?
Calm the Dwayne and LeBron and Mario. Like, calm down with all that shit. Like, it's not the fight isn't a big deal. Tiff, like what you were saying, to me, the reason you're fighting is because the guys are coming out there with with absolutely no life. And to me, I'm with G. I'm not really worried about how good the team is. I think the team is as good as they've been all season. They're fine. They are a really, really good team. But the reason they are a really, really good team is because of the effort that they play with.
Yes.
They are a team that scraps and fights. It doesn't get out-rebounded by Kevin Looney every fucking time. Like, that's not what this team has to play hard to win. They are not talented enough, in my opinion, to sleepwalk
I've been
through
saying
games.
this.
But that harkens back to what she just said.
I've
At
been
some
saying this
point,
the whole
though,
time.
that the thing is, we know how good pretty much everyone is on this team at this point. Individually, we know who they are. But the thing is, when you got to constantly play with 110 max effort every single night, because that's all you got coming from 6 and 7 guys, then at some point the rubber does meet the road, and that does fizzle, and then you need the talented of the crew to rise to the top. Like
Because it makes things easier. We have to
it has to happen.
get so much talent
because the bench is burnt. They're burnt.
They're burnt.
We rolled them all season until the wheels fell off. They are burnt. So at some point, that combination of whoever it's going to be, Vic or Jimmy or Kyle and PJ and whoever else I'm forgetting, Tyler whenever he's healthy, but even he is burnt. Like you can see he's tired. So at some point, honestly, it's going to have to be Jimmy, Bam, and Kyle. They need to lock those motherfuckers in a room somewhere, throw away the key, go figure it out.
The thing that's disheartening to me is like the last 2 games, Brass, those 3 guys, your big 3 have combined for 70 points. So like they're finally scoring, and they're finally scoring consistently, and now nobody else is. I mean, Max is doing nothing. Duncan's doing nothing. Caleb's doing nothing. Like for some reason, nobody else is giving you any. Even Tyler last game gave you nothing. Like the contributions from everybody else, and also I don't think it's just the offense. Like they're scoring, but the defense with those 3 guys is just
they're
not
burnt.
Yeah.
Where it has been.
They're getting cooked.
They're burnt, and you can see it.
Yeah, it's like the random scrub heat killer fucking Hall of Fame games. Like these last 2 games has just been like a whirlwind of players just having like career games against a good defensive team. I think we're all in agreement. This is the roster on this Heat team is a phenomenally good defensive team, and they have not shown that at all the last 2 games. That's been pitiful. Offense comes and goes, right? But like for these teams to be going off like this is just unacceptable.
Well, somebody in the chat.
Like it's not.
But somebody in the chat just said it's lazy defense. It's not lazy defense. We're a step slow, which means we just don't have the motor right now.
But I'm worried. That's what I'm worried about, Tiff. I don't know if it's lazy.
I don't think it's lazy.
I do think there's a bit of
complacency.
Well, I don't. But I'm not talking about those core 3. I'm talking about the other ones that fall beneath who were hustling. That's who I'm talking about. But those guys don't have nothing.
These guys have gotten breaks. They've gotten games off. They've been injured. They've rested. To me,
not the bench.
Strus has had full games off. Caleb has had a ton of rest.
It's a difference between being injured and resting and just actually physically resting. Like they're not. Caleb isn't getting any better. Like what the
Max?
injury he has, he's not going to get better. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to Max? Like Max has sat out games perfectly healthy, and now
Max. Some of us thought he was.
Who's some of us?
Oh man,
don't do that. Don't do that.
This.
Don't do that. Because just because your guy showed up 2 times,
looking good.
2 times, though, G. What did Brad say?
Looking good.
Every now and then, here he comes.
Yeah,
so he had 2 good games in a row.
To clear everyone else, G in our chat was just like, I love Kyle, as if like that's the most obvious fucking thing. Like, yes, G, we know you love Kyle, but like, and I love Kyle too sometimes. Like, Kyle looked great tonight. Yeah, awesome.
But what we're not gonna do is sit here and blame underlings, bench guys for losses. You can't do that when you got 4 top guys in your starting lineup that should just have blew this team away tonight. We're not doing that.
I disagree a little bit, Tiff, because I mean Jimmy, Lowry, Bam, and PJ and Duncan, I'm sorry, combined for 71 points today.
But it's not. Why do you keep talking about points all the time?
Okay, but
there has to be other things that go with the
Yeah,
points.
but
G.
Tiff, the issue with this team pretty consistently has been the offense, right? And the defense is a 5-man thing. So like, the defense is them hunting guys like Max, right? And there's not much you can do.
Hit him with your hunt. Hit him with why people keep getting hunted.
So then when Bam has to go help, and I thought Rothstein did a good job at halftime talking about this. They weren't good in transition today. As a team, they just weren't good in transition. Bam has to overcompensate for the mismatch that Max gets, and then all of a sudden they're in a defensive scramble. PJ's a little bit too high at the nail, and then that swing pass is just easy, and they're getting baseline cuts and stuff like that. So it's a team thing. It's not just like the guy. I think,
but you can't say it's a team thing while you're pointing fingers at role players.
I'm not pointing fingers at role players. I'm just saying that, like, typically with this team, the struggles have been, can they score in the half court? Can they put enough points together? And by the way, tonight, the half court offense was not good. They had an 85 offensive rating in the half court. They scored enough points to typically win the game, but it's really the Warriors had a 130 offensive rating tonight. They absolutely demolished Miami. They just were disorganized, and that goes from the stars into the role guys too. I mean, those guys were not stepping up. They were not making their rotations. That open three that was it Wiggins got at the end?
That was sad.
That was a 100% blown coverage, right? And it's like that was filled all night. But that's not just like the stars. That's everybody.
To me, like, I think this whole idea of who's playing well, who's not playing well, the whole team was bad tonight. Like top to bottom, like.
One guy.
Oh shit, Kyle.
See, here we go.
When Kyle was getting when Kyle was getting the Heat were losing. It was funny. Jimmy stopped shooting after that fight, and they started to come back. But Jimmy was the only reason they were scoring in the first half. To me, I just look at it. I look at it like this. This team is very good. They cannot afford to continue to sleepwalk through the first half and three quarters and then decide that they're going to flip some switch, that they don't have the horses.
They don't have that type of,
but don't have Alf,
that switch to flip.
When you sleepwalk like that, that's leadership.
I agree.
That's leadership.
And I will say I'm not going to just say it's Jimmy. Bam needs to be a leader.
You're right.
Bam looked fucking lackadaisical as shit the first half. Yeah. And the other thing that's killing me is all of them with the indecisiveness. And I don't know if that comes with not having a lot of time together, but at some point we got to stop making that excuse, because at the beginning of the season they had just started playing together, and you saw much more fluidity to the offense than you see right now with that starting unit. Like, it's just
people had energy. People wanted to move. You are in the times of, you just talked about Jimmy, Bam, and Kyle and their load. And then G gave the stat of, I guess, them three and Duncan. And like, Alf, you say you don't want to make the argument too much about the offense, but it is. Like, G, you said yourself too that like a lot of Miami's issues this season has been the offense. I'll say that it's been kind of the disjointedness of the groups within the offense. Like, it's either Kyle and the others look well, or a few of the others, or like one of the starters. It's never both the starting / closing group and the bench it's never both teams, or it hasn't been often enough that both groups of people have seemed to be able to play their game. And to the point about a Max, he does give you some other stuff other than just shooting, and his misses have been on target. A lot of Gabe's misses before he got hurt, they were good misses. They were there, but dudes aren't getting the rhythm. Dudes aren't running the routes, not running the patterns. And yeah, those three are scoring well, but the way in which they have to score is a lot of just shit packed in the paint. These little floaters, they're missing and getting and putting back their own misses. So it's all so fucking congested. And so it is still in the you can bring me out. It is still kind of in the time of reintegrating Vic. So it doesn't, it's melded into that time, so it isn't its own separate extra time that has to be accounted for, but it does have to be addressed, like very kind of like specifically, like they have shit that they need to fix, one seed or not, because teams are climbing. You don't want to peak too early. They do need to time when they peak, but teams are climbing, and Miami has been falling a little bit.
Yeah, and like, listen, I'm not panic guy. I'm not panic guy. Like, I'm not panicking. I think this team is who we thought they were, and they're just like, because the thing is, we can sit here and we can blame the role players and everything else, but that starting lineup got fucking torched.
Yep.
They got torched, and then they had to play the whole third quarter to come back, and like that's the thing. Is like I don't know.
That was some gut check shit. They needed to redeem, like they needed to be held accountable for how they looked before. That's what that was.
This is just, it's kind of interesting. Anthony Chang posted this apparently. Brian Goins says 30 minutes after the end of Heat Warriors, and they're still waiting for the Heat post-game interviews to begin. Just a little kind of side thing. I mean, again, that's
let them hash
it out.
That's why I said lock them in there and let them just.
I think it's good. I think I would almost be more upset if they weren't upset at this game.
You know what I knew they were going to lose?
Really?
You know what I knew they were going to lose? And this is a dumb, it's a eye test, just bullshit thing. But I was like, it's done. When the whole third quarter, they were screaming, yelling, mad. But the fourth quarter, they were laughing with the Warriors bench. And I was like, well, it's done. Like, it's done. Yeah, all that fire,
right?
All that fire, and then I mean, listen, and I'm
they
not
comfy for like 2 seconds, and then we did enough.
Max came in, did nothing. Caleb came in, did nothing. Dedmon did nothing. Keith did not. I don't even think Keith played the entire.
I didn't even see him in the second half.
Depot did a little something, but here's the thing: you shouldn't be down 1 to this Warriors team without their best players going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a big deal if Max has a bad night. That's what I'm upset about. I'm not upset about the loss. I'm upset about the way they fucking played. And I'm glad they were pissed. My biggest takeaway is they're mad about this shit. Good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good. They should be. It was embarrassing.
Well, hopefully we'll see it. We'll see that they were mad this weekend. Like that's the telltale sign. How do you bounce back from this?
Nothing says get well like the Knicks at home.
Oh, wait for them Knicks getting that ass. Oh my God.
Can't wait for Julius Randle's fat ass to roll into town, baby. Barbecue chicken.
You know what? I'll say something. I
almost said, God damn it,
one of us has to have guts. No, but I think that Bond made a great point in that I think integrating a guy like Depot and a guy like Keith makes it tough because Gabe and Dedmon were really good in their roles, and Dedmon has been injured, and I think that's a little unfair to him. But like Dedmon and the Caleb injury, I think are legit. But incorporating a guy like Depot who has to be on ball and he's figuring stuff out. You know what I mean? It's not just like, okay, Depot, go stand in a corner, shoot and set screens. Like he needs a ball in his hand. He needs to run offense. He needs to build synergy. There were a couple passes where like just Jimmy wasn't at the right place, or like because they're just building kind of a rapport, and guys like Gabe and guys like Dedmon were great because they 100% knew their role, right? They came in and it's like, this is what I got to do to fit in to what we do. And you introduce these 2 new pieces that are part of your bench, and the bench has been what's been struggling lately. And that's going to take some time. And I'm okay with kind of Depot, having some turnovers and looking kind of bad. And I think the minutes that he had some flashes where he looked really good, but I think in general, the times where he ran the offense, it didn't look great. And I think Keith had some moments today too. So I think that part's a process. And I think in general, in the aggregate, they'll be fine.
Here, you should be able to overcome all that shit.
I agree.
Against this team, against this team, and against the fucking Sixers. Without you fucking
this team was playing really good basketball without still their heavies for like large portion of the season.
But the issue is that they got 7 points.
But they had
from
Steph
Depot.
at least, or they always had at least 2 of their guys. To get your ass whooped like this without all 3 of them.
Lowry opened press game, by the way. Spo comes out first, but no Spo.
I mean, they needed to win these 2 fucking games.
They dodged 5 Hall of Famers in a week.
Because think
of it that way. They dodged 5 fucking Hall of Famers in a week, and they got their ass kicked both games.
Did you put Embiid in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have. Oh, we're not gonna get in this Hall of Fame thing. Gee,
what has he ever done? You said what has Jimmy ever done earlier? What has Embiid ever done other than be fat and lose in the second round?
He's going to get there.
I don't want to know what he's going to do. I want to ask what he has done. Because all he's done is lose.
So
and
is
be a
Jimmy.
punchline.
I don't. Okay, sorry.
4
Hall
Go
of
ahead,
Famers,
Alf. Go ahead,
4
Alf.
Hall of Famers and a really good player. Who gives a fuck? What are we fucking parsing Hall of Fame fucking resumes.
Under no circumstances you have to give Embiid credit.
It's just this game is just so fucking frustrating because these were two gimmies, and I understand you want to tinker with lineups and you want to reintegrate people and give some rest to certain players. I get that, but these are the two games you needed to win. So then at the end of the season, when you can lock up your seed, you can then tinker and rest. But now they're going to sort of be scrambling to kind of hold on to shit because this is not a gimme. If they play half as bad as they've played the last two games, they're going to struggle throughout the rest of the regular season. And because other teams are having to fight their way up in the standings, and the Heat, they kind of got a nice little lead there, and they've just been like barely holding on, and they're slipping, but other teams are surging. So I just don't even understand why they fucking lost these two games, man. Fuck.
And here comes this motherfucker to drop.
Oh boy.
You gotta go 10 for 35 on that ass.
It's very
Get him out of here. Get him